My name is Celia Merlin. I live in Ramat Gan, and I'll be reading a few poems from my book of this too. The first one is kind of something I associate with winter. It's called Pockets. In the folds of my pockets I find notes, in my jackets, my pants, my warm winter coats. Sour cream, shampoo, 2% milk, cranberries, Aunt Anne gravy. Found long after with a ball of moist limp, stick of gum, a tissue, a dime turning lime, 3 sweet potatoes, ginger, green tea, 2 leeks, shoe polish, poem, tooth. Seasons pass, reappear, and they're there, in hiding, crumpled, stained, and torn, their contents reflecting their time. Blue moon lyrics, rye bread, fat rain, flea collar, oh anemone, momentary wisps of winters gone, recipes past, words or beloveds in need of a visit. Each list has its meanings, its flavors, its scents, in days of bananas, of music, of mint, of people I cooked for or tables I set, words that I ran with or notes that I sang, tearless shampoos for soft baby heads, souls worn from worry in need of repair. Did I visit that cousin, that poem, that pie? Did I learn the words to that song? Long are the lists of missions completed. Long are the lists of those that were not. I revisit those lists, faded days, vanished years. I, like my pockets, can't seem to let go. Maybe along the same lines in a kind of nostalgic tone. This one is called The Sweetness in Longing. There's a sweetness in longing, an undertone ripple, the jasmine of ache. A residual lightness that makes it okay, worth feeling, enduring, as if there's a choice. Past the unfocused gaze, the unnoticed air, past the sky out the window, the breath rising slow, there's a sweetness in longing. Like the fragrance of evening that softens the wrongs, makes the waiting worth waiting, the memory worth remembering, a fine undercurrent that flows, that holds right beneath the sigh, steady and strong, and just sweet enough to sustain the pain. The next one, what is the next one? Oh, okay, this is a different note. It's called Barely. There's a lot of quiet in this room. Open a window and air it out. Spray a few words to leave a scent. Steam some music over a blue-yellow flame. There's a lot of quiet in this room. Let it expand within the walls. Stretch it like a cat on a woven rug. Squeeze in between it like sheets on a bed. Let it breathe. Lock the doors and shut the shades. Let it fill, ceiling to floor, the drains, the sockets, the faucets and keyholes. We're stuffed in here, our shoulders squashed side by side. We're pumpkins ready to burst, silent seeds in tight orange air. And there's barely room for you and me. So very much quiet between so few. So very much quiet between just two. And the last one is called In Return. You get soft, perfect skin, and I get your chair, I told my niece who had found a seat at the crowded party. For the very first time, I offered my age in return for indulgence. Her hand held a plate of creamy white cakes, and in the other, some sparkling pink wine. Glittering she looked, and I looked at her skin like a rose. She rose, nodded, and acquiesced. a chair for your aging aunt in return for soft, perfect skin. The better deal by far. Thank you.